Hi everyone, this is Sam Young from this beautiful forest again, and today I would like to share my experience that I had with Potentiate Your DNA, this potentiation ceremony which I described in my first video, where I got into the theory about all this potentiation stuff. And today I would like to share what happened to me during these last 5 months. So I'm not quite through this whole potentiation process, but I have 5 months of intense experience behind me, and I would like to share this now so you can see what you can expect from this potentiation. And I still have, it takes 9 months, the whole potentiation process, and so I still have 4 months to go now, and I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to this because what happened until now is already undescribable actually. These changements that happened in my mental health and in my whole physical health, they're so profound, and it's actually a new life that was given to me through this potentiation. So, for you to understand this a little bit better, I just have to describe what my mental condition and my physical condition was prior to this potentiation. So I'm going to do that, and afterwards I'm going to explain you all what happened and how I'm now. So to start with, as a child I had really bad allergies to multiple sort of like trees, like the flowers of trees, and like grasses, and also to I don't know what it's called in English actually, but yeah. Anyway, I had a lot of allergies, and plus I had asthma. So I wasn't really like athletic and all. I was when I had to run for a certain time, I would I couldn't really breathe, and this was really bad for me as a child. And I also had migraine attacks, like headaches, and also migraines. Like when I was in the fourth grade, I would have like migraine attacks every Monday. So this was like a rule to me. Every Monday I would come home, and then I would get headaches, or a headache and a migraine like headache where I have to puke. So it would get better. So this was really bad, and I also would get a lot of these painkiller stuff, medicines, medication for this migraine, but it didn't help me at all. So I did some acupuncture and some other alternative healing techniques, which helped a bit, but they weren't really digging at the root of the problem. So yeah, it got better, but not really that much. So this was my history as a child. I had a lot of accidents also, and I was always kind of small and thin. I couldn't gain weight. I had a lot of problems with digestion and with eating, so I couldn't eat certain foods because I would get allergic reactions to them, or like bloating and diarrhea, constipation, all this stuff. And this was my health condition as a child, but at this time it didn't really bother me because I was so active and always running around and doing stuff, so I didn't really notice how much this influences me, this whole mental issue, and mental health issue, excuse me. And then it really got worse like 4 or 5 years ago, when I started to get really bad digestive problems. So I couldn't really eat all the things I wanted to eat, and I would get diarrhea or constipation all the time. Like it would switch from one to another, and also this stomach ache that would follow me everywhere, and also this bloating problem that I had when I would eat anything. It didn't really matter what I would eat. And then 2 years ago I got a vaccine shot because I wanted to go abroad, And after that, like a month it went well, and after that it was like a complete disaster. My whole organs felt like they would fail any minute, and I couldn't really uh, eat anything at all because all the time I had stomachache. If I would eat nothing at all, I had stomachache. If I would eat, I had stomachache. I had bloating. I had problems with my energy, of course, because I couldn't really get nutrition, and I was also always in a bad mood. I had negative thought patterns all the time because, of course, if your digestive system doesn't work, so you're going to have bad thoughts or negative thoughts, and also negative emotions, and always a bad mood, and be low all the time. And that was happened to me, and that was like 2 years ago. And then after that, it got a little bit better because I found techniques which helped me with my thoughts, which helped me with my mental conditions, with my thought patterns that I was in, and I could break through some of those negative patterns, and that helped a bit, but again it was not really digging at the root of the problem. So this was not the actual cure or the healing process, but it started all with these 2 years ago, where I started to wanted to change my health condition. I actually realized that it's in my responsibility to do this, and so I started to try and heal. And then 5 months ago, or a half a year ago, I discovered this whole potentiation stuff, and this is really actually the holy grail for me, in a way, that this showed me a world which I never knew before of health and mental clearness that I couldn't imagine prior to potentiation. So this is really, I'm really excited about this potentiation process. And what happened is that I started doing this, or I started this with the ceremony, and then it unfolds and takes 9 months to complete. And I realized, I noticed whenever this potentiation energy, or this life wave energy that goes into your bioenergy centers, or these chakra centers, you're noticing what happens, and you got a chart. If you buy the book, or if you let this potentiation be done to you, you'll get a chart on which this is listed, what bioenergy center you're in, and what are the conditions that are connected to this bioenergy center or chakra center, so that you can actually follow through the potentiation and look at this chart, and you know exactly what's going on at all time. And I was doing this because I was really I wanted to know what was going on, and so I had like in some areas, or in some bioenergy centers, I had like more problems than in others, and I would notice this because out of the nowhere I would get like really bad feelings, or really negative emotions and thoughts, and I would be like depressed, or really hopeless, and without a reason, without an obvious reason why this was happening to me. And then I could go to this chart and check in which energy center I was in, and this would explain everything, because there was like, when I was feeling really hopeless, I could go to the chart and read it, and then the emotions connected to this energy center that I was in was like hopelessness and lack of faith, and everything like that. So this was really amazing to see this process happening, and observe it. And now that I'm through this 5 months of potentiation, I can say that it's a whole new feeling of being alive than I had before, because all my allergies are gone. That's one really great thing. I can eat whatever I want, actually. I can, but I try to still eat only the things that are good for me. Of course, I could eat anything, and I would digest it, but I still try to feed my body the things that it needs. So this is amazing. I'm really loving this new way of being able to eat. And what also really improved is my mental condition, my thoughts, my clearness of thought, and my experiencing this world around me. It has changed completely. Like when I wake up in the morning now, I'm just smiling. I have to smile really, because it's so amazing to be alive. And prior to that, I couldn't imagine to feel this way. I wanted to feel this way, but I could not imagine how to do it or how to achieve it or how it would be to feel it like this. And now I'm just experiencing it, and it's so it it astonishes me every single day when I wake up or through the day. Whenever I'm doing anything, I'm like in a constant meditation. The whole life has become a meditation to me, and also this concept of this unity consciousness or this love, unconditional love towards others, was always something that I wanted to achieve, but I could not, because there were barriers in my way that I did not knew how to remove them. And potentiation just came along, and 30 minutes of ceremony and 5 months, and bam. And now it's just being. It's not actually, I don't have to do anything. It's just I am this unconditional love that I always wanted to feel, or I am this meditational state that I always wanted to be in. And this is why I'm so excited about this whole potentiation. This is why I want to share it with you, so you can experience this as well. So you can make these experiences that I have made, or make your own experience with a whole new way of life. This is so amazing. So what I can say as a conclusion to this whole potentiate your DNA video that I made is, if you really want to improve yourself, if you want to have more stamina, more physical strength, more energy, more being able to eat better or eat better at all, if you want to improve your mental condition, if you want to have high vibrational thoughts, high vibrational emotions, if you want to just feel alive, actually, if you just want to feel alive again, then I would really recommend you doing this. This is just it's like a shortcut to all these things. It shows you things that you never knew before. It's like, for me, when I was in certain energy centers, I would realize stuff that I never realized before, like thoughts process or emotions, and how they are connected to my life, my circumstances that are surrounding me, and the people that are surrounding me. And it was really like a detox on all levels, on thought, on or it's not complete yet, but it is a detox on mental health, on physical health, and also in our life. It changes our whole life to a new way of living. And if you want to do this, really do this. It's so cheap, actually, for what's happening to you. You can't get it at a better price, and you can't get it faster and easier as that, because this technique takes 30 minutes and you're in there 9 months and everything's done. You can, from there on, you can improve, like, everything's open to you after potentiation. That's what I believe, and I also believe that if everybody would do this potentiation, we would have no longer any wars, any problems, any famine or scarcity on this planet. We would live in a paradise if we could bring every single person on this planet to do this potentiation and to realize our true potential energy, what we are. If we could do that, we would create a new world. And I really hope that I could have brought this excitement that I have for this potentiation to you, and that you can spread it further, that you can do this for you, and you're experiencing a really new way of living, a much better, more positive way, more peaceful way of living, and that you can then spread this information to your family, to your friends, to everybody around you, and then we can actually influence the whole society as a collective. And this would be my dream. This would be so amazing. So I really hope that I could get you this amazement that I have for potentiation, and maybe I'm going to make another video after this whole 9-month time span has completed, and I'm definitely going to upload more videos on stuff like health, improvement, and also on spiritual stuff, or how to accept yourself, self-love, all these kind of subjects. So if you like this video, please subscribe, and thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.